We are good.
Okay.
Everyone have mics on?
Let's not, yep,
Okay.
okay, we're gonna call the Parks Committee meeting to order, May 8th, 2024 at 5:02 PM.
Okay,
Can you do roll call, please?
absolutely. Chair Quinn,
Here?
Member Kumich,
Yes.
Member Juan Snyder.
Yes.
Member Van Alstine. And committee members Nelson, Normington, Dennison. And yep, and Mayrock are absent and excused.
Okay, can we do the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Paul. Hello.
Paul is here. Wonderful.
Okey doke. Do we have any, there's no citizens present, is there anybody on Zoom?
No one present on Zoom.
Okay. The approval of the meetings from our April 10th Parks Committee meeting, does anybody have any revisions on the minutes from the meeting?
I make a motion to accept.
Okay, Marlene first.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that carries.
Elaine, were you the second or was that you, Tracy?
That was
Tracy,
Yeah.
thank you.
Correspondence, does anybody have any correspondence to share? Nope, no correspondence to share. Mike, that brings you up, Park Supervisors Report.
All right, this month we've been working on grass repairs in the parks, topsoil and seeding damaged areas in all the parks. We did apply a pre-emergent herbicide to a lot of the planters and beds throughout the parks and maintain the areas. Baseball season has started. I've been working on daily grooming and maintenance of the ball fields. Soccer season continues through the end of this month. We did have our Earth Day tree giveaway. We gave away 300 trees to residents this year.
Great.
We hosted a chainsaw safety and tree felling class at Lisbon Community Park. We had Highway Parks and one of Village of Sussex employees attend. Did some maintenance on the waterfall at Lisbon Community Park, continue to mow grass, perform daily maintenance in the parks. We do have one open position for summer staff, so if anyone knows of anybody, send them my way.
All right.
What hours is that, Mike?
7 to 3:30, Monday through Friday, some weekends if need be.
Mike, did you ever get somebody to cover that pump on the waterfall?
Somebody did put a platform over it.
Tracy, oh,
My husband,
awesome.
my husband built that. Was that right? Afterwards, I'm like, did you want something down on the bottom?
No, because the bottom plugs up all the time, so I gotta have easy access to that.
Yeah, when did I forget when you guys walked.
Yeah,
or your
about
wife
3 weeks
walked
ago or
over.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, my husband built it, but he did, if you have to get that off.
Mhm.
He did two screws just on the two sides.
Okay,
Yeah. so
Just
typically-
because we were afraid kids might take it and flip it over or.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Oh,
he did.
they will.
Yeah.
So
he
he
did a
so he
very nice
attached it,
job.
so it shouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Tell your husband, thank you.
Yeah, very nice job.
Okay, unfinished business. So discussion and necessary action on adding a new baseball diamond in Community Park and recommendation to the Village Board of same. Mike handed out a little, thing for us to look at where the position of the park would be.
What is the
Or the
white
baseball
square?
field. Yeah, what is that white square there, Mike?
oh, that's the volleyball court.
Oh,
Okay,
So this is not 100% to scale, it's as close as I can get it. So, but it's a general layout of the ball field in the existing area.
Yeah.
and the volleyball court is going where?
That's to be determined right now.
Mhm.
There's a few things that are some unknowns of the size of the bleachers. I know there are 4 or 5 tiered bleacher system, but I don't know the exact footprint of them. So the placement may have to shift. slightly.
I mean, it would just be a question of fitting it in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's plenty of space, just a question of position.
correct.
Okay.
See, Mike?
Yep.
How is it that it's not reversed a little bit with home plate up here where that old stop ball,
You,
backstop?
well, two things, you wouldn't have enough room for you would have enough room, but you'd be hitting balls towards the playground.
Yeah.
So if you get a big slugger in there, and I'd rather not have it aiming
And
towards the playground where it's going down in that kettle where no one's gonna be, or you know,
Less likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we hope.
Well, this would go then, if they put a building up there with water,
Mhm,
would come off of there up on this upper part, it would make the most sense
Mhm.
because of the ball diamond and playground.
Yep.
And the pump house with water and electricity. right
Correct.
there.
Yeah. I think this is great that we figured this out, and it's gonna really give us a better thought about our plan.
I'd like to raise one issue though.
Mhm.
A couple of months ago, if not a little bit longer, Ed brought in the original objective of community park. And it was supposed to be laid out as a nature park
Mhm.
and not a sports park. And that was kind of the charge from the very beginning. I'd like to revisit that of some sort. And for future generations and things, once you start developing, there's no going back to keep something a nature preserve type footprint. So somewhere on the record that we bring that back up again, that we have a serious discussion and look at the original charge for creating Lisbon Community Park.
Well, I think we could discuss it right now. I mean, that's kind of.
Well,
where we're at.
we don't have that
Well,
initially.
Yeah, I know that he had written something up and that came to the village board, and the board, we kind of said that we were gonna look at developing, putting some more features up there to get more people into the park. Right, because this will bring a lot more people into the park, and I think there'd be a lot of space up there still. This isn't gonna cover a lot of acreage.
Well,
in the
it's a prime space when you come into the park. Anyway, I know things are going to change. You know, I lived next to that park for the last 20 years. And I watched how the park is used and the people who come in to use it. And my comments with them. I'm in the park most every day, and I often talk to people about the park and what they like. And, they're walking their dogs and they love the way it's kind of set up a little bit different from our other parks that are pretty much sports parks and things. And it just has kind of an impact for me being on the park committee and knowing over the years the park. And I was fortunate enough when I retired to work with John and Paul for a summer as the old guy who keeps an eye on the young guys for the summer crew. And I had a lot of conversation with John and the like. And that was John's kind of vision too. He wanted to keep it nice and simple the way it was laid out and that enjoyment. And I would hate without any deep discussion. I'm just compassionate. I got a deep sense about the park like that.
Sure.
We've got all these other parks that are already sports parks that have been dedicated pretty much as a sports park. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, okay.
Could there be something issued that, where this is, it's an open field, it is used as baseball now, is that not correct?
Not really. I mean, there are 2 backstops there,
Yeah,
but
but
it's,
Basically, it is a baseball kind of use thing. But it's not a nature area that is being taken away, it's not a prairie established area.
yeah,
Is
that's
that not
correct.
true?
Yeah, that's correct. This is just an open field.
It's
Yeah.
an open space. Could it be said that before any other nature indicated space
Hmm.
be taken over for a sports thing, that I agree with you 100%. All that should be really, really looked into, that we don't take a prairie area and put a pickleball thing on it. If we have an area that has sports on it now and it's being improved, that is a plus, but not to go after any of the other ones.
Yeah, I agree with Marlene. I think it would bring more people up there to see what, you know, natural park setting we have. Know the trails are back there. It would bring more people in to enjoy the park.
Well, more people necessarily isn't a gift to a park. I mean, people can enjoy it, but it's a razor's edge between more people using it and a sense of preservation. So to have development for the sake of development, just to get more people in there, if that's the goal.
Well, I'm not sure that word, this is development to get more people there, because, you know, we did look at Lisbon Oaks and the parking situation up there isn't great, you know, that there's reasons that it was here other than to bring more people up there. You know,
It's just one, you know, you see what's happening to Sussex, and once you get the explosion of development, there's no turning back. And for the next generation or something, of preservation of just open space for what it's worth has a value,
yeah,
a deep value to it.
I've heard people who say they drive in, all they see are these fields. That is your open space, that is your wildflower, that's your prairie. And I could see if somebody would come and say, hey, we're gonna take that thing by the front door, road there. And take all that prairie out, that would be a big problem. That I would say would be a good fight before they get that. Cause I walked in on a former chairperson. Long time ago, who was walking men through the prairie area and said, oh, you could build condos here, we could do that real easy. And I just went up to him and said, you know, this is a park, a nature park. And put the word out and that went away.
well, kudos for you on that one, Marlene.
That would get me. Yeah, really upset.
Yeah.
This, I think, Paul, is just something that's needed, and it's just an expansion, an improvement of the existing use.
Tracy, what do you think?
Same thing.
Sounded worse than it was.
The green grass area, it's not taken away from the prairies or the, you know, the walking trails or anything like that.
But it's the overall picture of the park. When you come in, all of a sudden you don't get into a lot of development then. And you come into the prairie and it's still green space, and then you go back into the prairie like that. So,
See, I thought they did a vote on that once already and we weren't gonna sign anything to that effect that it would not ever happen.
Well, even if we did, a future board could change it.
Yeah.
You can't lock it up forever. You're, you know, you can only do it for a certain period of time. A future board could come in and do whatever we want. So I think if we, you know, to Marlene's point, I think, you know, this being open space, and kind of like an improvement on what's there already. And if we do it well, we'll, you know, have the best of both worlds there and be able to kind of fend off some of that other stuff. That's my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be something, has to be a top issue. We have to continuously watch what's going in, what do you want to do? How do we handle it? Is this something we can live with, adjust to, or no?
Well, and as we work on the 5-year plan too, with what you're talking about in mind, Paul, we'll come up with, you know, the priorities and work on it that way as well.
right, that's why I want to throw it out, just so it's
Yeah.
not forgotten, and it's in the long-term discussion about your plans.
Absolutely, 100%. Colleen, what do you think?
I think it's okay to put that baseball thing in there. Just monitor things, and the park still has areas that are clean and safe to hike in and walk in.
Okay. Because I think what we're gonna do tonight is vote on sending this back up to the board. to move ahead on.
Yeah.
And
So,
one thing, I did put stakes out there if people wanna go to the park and kind of see the exact dimensions.
and,
They are out in that
and
field.
this, what age group does this? Well.
It'd be like 11 to 13, I believe.
Okay,
That's
So-
the same age group that they're using now at Lisbon Oaks, right? That's.
No, that's the younger kids there. We don't have a field for that 11 to 13 age range right now.
Is
Because they
it,
play 70-foot bases where all of ours are 55.
oh, even Lisbon Oaks is a 55? but-
Yeah, all of them are 55 except Fred Keller's 45 and 55. There's two anchor systems there. But all the other parks are the 55-foot.
yeah, and, you know, part of the advantage of doing this too is we have the baseball club that's gonna be, you know, taking in a big chunk of money to do this as
Well,
well.
at Lisbon Oaks, I thought to improve Lisbon Oaks, isn't that where the baseball club wanted to put their money in?
I think it kind of shifted towards this one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're okay if it goes here. That was just, I guess, the first blush, but, I think you've spoken to Mike, right, and brought them
Yeah.
up there and looked at it. They were okay with this location. Yeah.
Yeah.
What exactly are they kicking in? When you read this, it says, they
I thought it was
offer,
75.
they're giving, it's kind
I
of,
thought it was-
they're giving 75,000 towards the project.
Let me take a look.
Cause it says a 55 split on a 75.
Oh, 50-50 split.
It's a 50-50.
Yes.
You're missing 0. Okay.
Oh, yeah, looks like the zero got.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, they offered a 50-50 split on a $75,000 project.
Yeah.
So,
Got it.
and this project is going to be now 109.
No,
160, it looks like.
Yeah. But can't Lisbon Oaks or one of the other diamonds just be extended and redeveloped for 70-foot diamond if we gotta create a 70-foot diamond?
They had to, wasn't there something, Mike, about having to cut down that hill and trees?
well, I mean, that would be if they did here, which originally talked with another club, but that kind of fizzled out.
Mhm.
But the biggest hurdle was parking. Because if you go to Lisbon Oaks, there's not enough parking there.
Yeah.
And then to make the parking lot bigger, it's gonna add a lot more money. Cause I did get a quote to extend Lisbon Oaks, to put a 70-foot base. And then, we'd have to put fencing, in the outfield with a netting system because the outfield goes up to the basketball court. So we'd have to put like a 20-foot high net on top of the fencing for 60 feet.
Yeah.
And I believe it was right around 70,000 for that. So this is more, but,
And weren't we also thinking too, Mike, because we would be making those improvements, that we'd have a lot more kids in there and that play equipment was very, very old, that we'd have to like prioritize, putting new play equipment up there as
Yeah.
well. So that was gonna add another big cost to that.
yeah, that was in discussion too about
Yeah.
upgrading that, which I mean, it's gonna have to be done.
Well,
Sooner or
Lisbon, I
later.
mean, community parks play equipment's over 20 years old.
Yeah, I
And
think
if
the
you're
Lisbon
backing
Oaks,
this up next to the play equipment,
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
But it's just-
we know that that's a, you know,
but it was very, very well bought equipment. It's
Yeah,
in
Hoover did a
remarkably
good
great
job on
shape
that.
for being as old as it is,
Yeah.
really in good shape.
You need a motion?
Mhm.
yes, if you would like to make one, yes, I like that.
Who wants to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. So there's two motions that can be made, right? So one motion to advance the community park baseball diamond project to the request for proposal plan or phase. Or to make a motion to accept the recommendation of the Parks Committee to expand the baseball field at Lisbon Oaks Park. So we were talking about community park or this one. I think we decided on where we want to go. Yeah, if somebody wants to make that motion, we'll go ahead on that. Okay, so Tracy made the motion. Anybody second?
Clarify what the motion on.
The
floor is?
motion is to advance the community park baseball diamond project for request for proposal. So we go to the actual request for proposal, get the hard numbers on here now.
I second the
And we're-
motion.
And then the village board will work on that. Okay, so, excuse me, Marlene seconds. Everyone in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay. Okay, so B, discussion regarding the community festival planning updates. So this is kind of where we got
Paula, can you hand me that big,
this.
yep, that one. Thank you.
I think we have a mouse in this video.
Yeah, that's. I
Yeah,
don't-
isn't that annoying?
Maybe they're not a community.
Try turning that microphone off once and see if it goes away.
I can push it, turn it off. Turn it
Ah,
off.
Yep, it's that one.
Set my.
We're just gonna switch your microphones.
Okay. All right, in the meantime, we can kind of keep going on this, where we were before.
None of us have to listen to it.
No, that's
Yeah.
right.
I don't know how to even-
It sounds like the plug is loose or something.
Yeah.
How you get a working microphone? I'm hearing a lot of.
No, it's still on, it must be on the floor. Anyways, let's continue, or we'll be out of time.
Okay, so, we started to kind of talk about, well, where we are right now with the community festival. We've got Danette and Ed on the horse-drawn wagons. Tracy, you and John, we have on the obstacle or inflatables at the moment. Kelly is gonna have the petting zoo. It looks like she needs more volunteers there, so I'm gonna circle that, and when, we speak to Kathy, I know she had some people.
You should have that email printout from. Yeah, I don't remember who it is, Citizen something emailed her and said they have 4
Kathy-
people.
Kathy Dennison.
No, the other one. I gave you 2.
For the citizens.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, the Citizens Academy. Oh, those were the 4 she was talking about.
It could be, I don't know.
Because that we kind of have them slingered for the parking.
Okay,
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that you saw that email
Could
that
we-
they're sending
Could
4
we use
people.
2 and 2, Martha? Could you use 2 people for parking and 2 for the,
I don't know the hours, I can call Marie and find out. We can use, usually they just park.
okay, so what does this say? Specifically, Kathy, following all of the members will assist you with parking for your, yeah, this is parking specifically on that one. I thought she said she had somebody that had volunteered.
I think it was 2 of us.
And I don't have an email, because I looked at my email right before I got here and I didn't see anything in there about that. So we're gonna leave that as an open item for her for right now. So then we have got the, let's see, fire department. Danette is going to be taking care of the band, but I guess once she gets the band set up, then she'll be free to help out. Okay, so we can put Danette up on at the petting zoo with Kelly then for
Yeah,
now.
there should be somebody by the road when it comes down that tells people where to go. You know, the band members go that way, the balloon guy goes that.
Well,
way.
that'll be one of the parking people from the Citizens Academy. correct?
That's what I don't know. Nobody said anything to me about.
Well,
it.
I think that's, we'll, yes.
Okay, you
we'll-
want that?
Yes, please.
So then they're gonna have to have a list. I will have to have a list of all the people, or should I make a list off of here?
Of who comes down the hill and who
Yeah.
stays up the hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we will make you a list.
So we need the up, because there will have to be one of the guys up on top.
Yep.
With the list who will say, you guys go with the horses that way, and the other guys come down, and there still should be somebody down below. And I suppose I could be there, or you, to say until the guys from the bouncy houses get in where they're going. And the people from the performers know where to go. And once they're in place, you know, then you can, come back. So actually, we need a person up on top and a person down below,
So one on top, directing.
directing up or down. So the horse people go up on top, and who else is up on top?
I think you should be on the bottom directing, because that's where it's gonna be a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
So we're
And
gonna put
just
you
make
down
me a
there,
list. Of,
and then,
the face painters, balloon guys, the bouncy houses, the
Yeah, whoever else, the balloon bouncy house inflatables. The stage people, I'm sure the stage people are gonna come in.
Go into the
Yeah,
parking area. Rock wall, yeah,
the rock wall, the Optimist Club with all the stuff for the food. Yeah, okay,
I do have a map layout. Kathy and I sat down a couple weeks ago and redesigned it. I did
Oh.
email it to her, but I don't think.
You want me to go run some copies
Yeah,
of this for
yeah.
everyone?
That'd
Yeah,
be great, thank you.
absolutely.
is that a new and improved?
Newer, yeah.
Updated.
Are you available that day for the festival, Paul?
Yes,
Okay.
and normally I've always helped with the parking and directing. I can make.
Oh, so we'll
the
put
spot
Paul
up
on the top and you on the bottom.
And initially when they come in like this,
Yeah, that would
then I
be
can
good.
be used however.
Probably down
Yeah.
at bouncy house.
Right, yeah.
If you've already done it, I think that's
Yeah.
great. You know exactly where to put people and how to answer the questions. Like that works out great. So maybe can you check with the Citizens Academy people? Maybe could we get two of them to help out in the petting zoo then maybe with Kelly?
Well, they're helpful too, just to keep traffic moving during the event.
During the
We'll
event.
have 4 total.
As people are coming and going. Last time for like the Easter egg extravaganza. They had the 2 up on top and 2 down below. And because cars were coming in and out and looking for parking spaces, they could spot spaces.
Yeah, they
Get
use them
somebody over.
continuously.
We've got some, and they had the radios to say you can send 3 more cars down here, because we got some openings, or watch out, we got a bunch of cars leaving. And,
So you think the 4 of them would be would be busy doing the parking
Yeah.
thing all the time?
well, and if by chance there's a lull in it, then we can see if we need it in another spot, but initially with the parking. They were quite instrumental, I know with the Easter extravaganza. It
Yeah.
was essential, because they all were coming and going in a short period of time.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm just wondering how much, like what the help for Kelly is gonna be, because I assume that the petting zoo people are gonna bring some animal. They're not just gonna drop the animals off and leave,
Yeah,
right?
usually they have people there like cleaning up for the animals, well, obviously,
Yeah,
go to the bathroom, anything else. And
yeah,
so usually, yeah, there's people there, so
Yeah,
I
and
don't
to
know.
monitor the kids and stuff, you know, because it's their animals and they know how they're gonna behave with a bunch of kids and stuff.
yeah. So I'd imagine it's gonna be like making sure people stay in line and kind of keeping the kids from going nutty. So maybe Marlene, if you're gonna be on you'll be up top then, I guess, Paul. So maybe you can, like, if things
Okay.
calm down and they get,
Yeah,
yeah, you can kind of
sure.
keep an eye on that.
Keep
So
an eye.
I'm gonna just put you as like a dotted line,
Okay.
to the,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm at work, I'm working, I'm dotting line in.
Meant to print in color.
Yeah. All up to then, settings. And I put Danette up there too, because she would be, after she gets the band settled in, she would probably be able to go
Be
there.
with the horses.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then we still have, the people that we think Kathy's bringing, so, okay, so that should take care of that.
Are we still short people?
We could use a few
Yeah,
more. for sure.
volunteers, yeah.
Now Kathy has herself here for the presentations with the dance company and JK Lee. She probably will need a couple people to help her move and stage kids. I mean,
Usually the adults who are with that group, the
Yeah.
parents are usually.
some parents will and some parents will say, here's my kid, I'm going to get
Yeah,
a beer
but-
and I'm leaving now.
Yeah, but you've got the person in charge.
Okay,
Yeah, but if we can get more help,
yeah, I think. we would
more
get-
help is
Okay.
better than,
I'm gonna say +2 for Kathy.
Yeah.
Just for giggles, and we'll put a question mark on that too.
So how many more people do we need overall?
Well, if we have 2 there, we probably need. Well, I would say at least a minimum of 1 more for the inflatables, definitely somebody for the bouncy house. We definitely need a
No,
bouncy
I'd
house
say
person.
at least, I'd say probably a total of 3, because that obstacle course, you might need one, I don't know, if you need somebody at the beginning and somebody at the end.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, I'd say 3 more.
Okay, so we need 3 for inflatables,
Yep,
so +3. Okay,
and then,
but the wagon is good.
wagon's good.
Rockwall is good.
Rockwell, they have their own people, so we don't have any volunteers for that one.
Okay,
The inflatables, I guess it's gonna be a total of, because we've already got Tracy. Paul will jump in when he can. We've got John Barnes for the baseball thing, so that leaves one for the, well, two for the inflatable course. I think that's a good idea, Tracy, to have one at the beginning and one at the end.
In Colleen,
I got, yeah, I'm not. I
Oh,
can do
Colleen.
an inflatable.
Oh, yeah, what?
I could do an inflatable.
Okay, so then, yeah, we'll put you down there, Colleen.
Yeah,
Great. So that'll leave two more that we need. One for the bouncy house. And one for basketball, or is that three? Yeah, so we'll need two more plus, because we've got Colleen, John and Tracy, and then two more will be five total down there. Right?
I think last year there was a couple of girls from the Optimist Club that came over and did.
yeah,
Um,
we had a scout who showed up at the US.
yeah.
So I didn't even attempt to
So
see.
you have the contact with the Optimist Club, right?
Yeah.
Can you give them a quick call and just see if we can get some commitment for a couple for the inflatable area, just so we're covered on that, because that's where the most of the trouble's
Or
gonna
at
be.
least even to bounce in, so you go get a water or go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, get the sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, so,
okay. So who's calling Optimist?
Marlene's gonna call. them.
Marlene will?
Mhm.
So that, I think that should take care of it. And if we have them, if we have those two Optimist Club girls too, because I know Marlene, you're gonna be here and there and everywhere. Handling things as they pop up, so Tracy, maybe you could just keep an eye on me, because I'll be in the beer tent, maybe come like be the backup for the beer tent for the two of us. Okay. Okay,
Is one of us gonna get some kind of a money box? Does anybody have like a steel money box?
I do, I have one at home.
Yeah, let's use it, because it's easier to have it where you grab the dollars and the fives separately than, put it in like a fanny pack or something.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Oh, and we'll have a tip jar, because people will always be tipping.
I've got a big, huge thing.
Yeah, and we'll just chuck it right back into the till at the end.
Now, we need something too, for the Optimist Club for the food. How are they gonna keep track? Kathy was saying something about tickets.
Sell food tickets.
Last time they just put their name down and signed it, nobody ever
Oh, yeah.
misused it. Oh, you mean for
For
people?
Share.
Oh, no, we'll just have a notebook sitting up there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to do that? Give it to the Optimist Club
For the Citizens Academy.
for the Citizens Academy?
Yeah. End up sharing or something if
Yeah.
they need to get something to drink.
Notebook.
Oh, yep,
Yeah,
And then,
that they can just get it.
for volunteer food and drinks.
yeah,
Got
also,
it.
what we need to do, we need to make signs for like how much the beer, the drinks are gonna be, what the food is gonna cost, we'll have
Yeah.
to make signs and such.
I've got the signage I did from last year, but I don't know what the costs are gonna be, so we gotta get a cost list.
So does the Optimist Club set their own prices, or do we set?
No, the Optimist Club does their own
Okay,
with their
so we're gonna
signage.
they worry about their own
Yeah,
thing.
so we just have to worry about the beer.
What did we charge last year? I was thinking it was
$3,
$3.
but I don't know what the cost
Do
is gonna
the
be.
Optimists do a percentage of their and give something back, or they just, whatever they get, it goes into their coffers for their projects? And we provide them the space for
Mhm.
fundraiser. Okay.
And they provide us food and goods.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. as
Yeah, they
soon
were great
as-
last year.
Yeah, as soon as Kathy knows what's gonna cost, then we can figure out. I can make signage, I did that for us.
Okay.
I don't think we should charge more than $3 a beer.
I don't know what it's gonna cost.
I mean. Well, I don't know what
Oh,
everybody else
buy
thinks.
it here this year.
We're buying it this
Buying
year.
it this year instead of it being a freebie, that's right.
I mean, you're still gonna make money
Oh,
at
yeah.
$3 a beer. You're just
Yeah.
not. gonna
Well,
make
then-
it all.
I was gonna say, should we get a keg, but that would be a pain in the butt. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what she is doing with that, but maybe you should ask her how she's doing with her beverages.
Okay.
But I can make the signage, if that's not a problem.
But the optimists are selling the beer.
No,
No,
But
we're selling.
No, we
we're
are.
selling
you're
food,
in the same shelter, you're
Yeah.
providing the space in the shelter,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Like
so
we
we,
did last year.
we had beer and White Claws last year. Do we know what the count was, Mike? Cause we had a lot of stuff left over last year.
We had a lot of Miller left over. The White Claw was all gone.
Yeah.
It wasn't, no, it was last Pabst.
Pabst.
yeah,
We
perhaps
had
there's
Pabst
a
left.
ton of left.
Yeah.
I would keep it simple. I mean, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Like High Life White Claw,
Yeah.
Mhm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mention that to Kathy.
The only people that drink PBR are
Keep it,
hipsters.
keep it simple.
Yeah.
I think
That
they
way
have
it-
one of those simply lemonades too or something.
Yeah, there's-
Yeah.
You need a soda or something for people who aren't into alcohol.
That's
For
the
the
Optimist Club.
Yeah,
They're selling the soda.
And water, yeah.
Yeah.
We got the
Um,
booze, they got the food and the.
That's
Gotcha.
funny.
So. That might be something you might wanna talk to Kathy about. And also, how are they delivering it? They delivered it to my house. Last time, and then I loaded it up and I met Mike when he was
Mhm.
at time and I drove it over to the maintenance building.
Do you,
So,
do you remember what, how much you got of what, just so you knew what the counts were for
I-
this year?
Don't have it right with me, but I did.
Okay,
And I did fax that to Kathy
okay.
and sent her the whole list and what they gave us and how much of everything. So Kathy has all that.
If they're coming out of Sussex, it's probably just as easy for them if it's Monday through Friday during work hours.
Deliver it right to the park.
Well, there was something when he delivered it to me and I had to deliver it to Mike.
Yeah.
But now it's changed because it's
Yeah.
not a don't,
It's
you know,
it's a sale.
it's a
The
sale.
village is buying it,
So they
correct.
so
would
they could
deliver it.
deliver it right to mine.
Yeah. But that might be something you want to clarify.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
As long as somebody's in the building.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can always, as long as I know when they're coming, I can make
That's
arrangements. And I'd like,
Like open books record, oh, they're buying all this beer at the village.
Yeah.
I'd like it before Friday, just because I always put it on ice the night before,
Yeah,
so it's cold, ready to go.
Yeah, because we got donated ice too from Piggly Wiggly.
Nice.
Bring it.
Yeah, we got
And we
those.
brought the ice over and put it into the coolers overnight to keep it cold.
Who's getting the ice? That's
I don't
another
think we've talked,
question.
I don't think we've talked about that.
No,
well, we'll try Piggly Wiggly again and see if we
Yeah,
can get the
well,
ice.
last year Quick Trip gave us a gift card.
Oh, they did?
So I used the gift card to buy ice last year. It was 2 years
Oh,
ago.
2 years ago, that's right, 2 years
Piggly
ago.
How much of a gift card was it?
50, I want to say. It might have been even 100. I think there's like $20 left on it. I got it at my office,
Oh.
but
hmm,
not enough
Nice.
ice, enough ice. $6 or $5 a bag, whatever they charge for big ones.
is all
Well, that'd
want
be
to work
cheaper
on
at
that with
Costco.
Mike and looking to get ice. Gift card.
And do you want coolers again, like last year?
Yeah, because the parks, we have 2 of them, and then I usually bring 2, so probably like 1 or 2 more.
One.
Yeah,
We had a boatload of them last year.
Yeah.
It was good.
But
'cause
it's nice we can divide out the.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everything was really well organized last year.
Mhm. And when do you want those by, Mike? The third
The
week?
week of it,
The week of?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have a meeting right prior to.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Awesome. So we got the ice, we got the coolers, we got you're gonna check on the booze.
I'll check on the booze. I'll bring a cash box. I'll bring
We have at least one here.
a cash box.
Yeah.
Must
We
be
use
needed
it,
One.
we use it during the tire roundup.
Mm, yeah, probably.
If
Yeah.
you can't find it, I have it.
So,
I'm sure you and I will talk between now and then.
Probably
Yeah.
probably once or twice.
I don't need to go look right now.
Okay.
I will take care of the notebook and the pen,
Oh, okay,
and
good.
I'll take care of
And
the
the tip
signage
jar?
for and the tip jar. And the signage for the costs.
Okay, one question I had, did we want to put a sign up sheet for anybody that wants to volunteer for Parks Committee or be a volunteer for future events, or I know we tried to do that. last
Election
year.
workers,
What?
election workers.
Election work, or can we do, can Natasha maybe set up a QR code for that, so that they want to do it, they can just scan a QR code and go to the.
I thought we have one.
I thought we did too. But we could make a sign that says, hey, you know, get involved with the
Check out our
community.
volunteer
We could be
opportunities.
having As much fun as we're having.
At least it's all pulling our hair out.
Yeah, okay, I'll take care of that stuff. then
Yeah, so can you check with Natasha on that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hang on, where's the volunteer thing?
Okay, so we got parking settled, we have volunteers, all of us that we know of right now, we all have something going on. And we need more people, Kathy, we think has some extra people, and then Marlene, you're gonna check with the Optimus Club for a few extras, so I think we're good there. Can anybody think of anything else?
If you want, I put a thing for the signage. Kathy had mentioned that they wanted more signs for advertising the community festival.
Yeah,
So these are 3 different whatever you want to call it, options for possible signage. I guess give me your input, your thoughts, changes.
what is the graphic that Natasha has been using, is it the little banners, or is it the, you know?
This
what-
isn't from Natasha. This is through Signarama to have actual like banners printed out, 6 foot by 3 foot banners.
I like them to do.
I like the third week in June that we can be reused.
Use it.
There you
All
go.
that.
Yeah.
I like 2 or 3. One is too dark.
I'd like, I'm not on Facebook. Does anybody know what the Community Fest graphic looks like on Facebook?
mean,
One
right.
closer?
Yeah,
She changes it every year.
Oh, but it has the little banner things on it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think we should
it's-
try to keep as close to that
Well, I
as
mean,
possible.
2's got the banner flag
Yeah,
thing.
I like
mean,
2.
Yeah, I think too.
Okay,
Okay.
are there
Everybody
any
agree?
changes?
okay.
Village of Lisbon Community Fest free family fun event concessions available.
It's just more festive.
Yeah,
I like it, music and
Music
kids
and
entertainment.
Yeah.
They listed, but number 1, free family fun event, first thing you read. That's our objective of the community fest.
Instead of concessions available, do we want to say like food and beverages? I mean, because concessions, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah.
what concessions are. Everybody's got a smartphone, they can look it up.
but like off of number 1, it says food and beverages. I would just say food and beverages.
So they're gonna think it's free. So
Yeah.
you gotta make sure you have.
Yeah, that's right, that's a good. point.
yeah,
Yeah, available, concessions
Yeah, you need
available
the-
means
you need
if
the
you are hungry or thirsty. you can
Available,
find
right,
something.
right, they don't think
That's
that's
a good point.
just provide it.
Yeah. Because in Winterfest, they used to provide the treats, the hot chocolate and the hot dogs and marshmallows and all that stuff. That was a free.
Mm.
Oh, that's right.
I like the music first and kids entertainment. I like that. 2? How about
Yes.
Is that it?
So do you want to keep concessions available or do you want food and beverage available?
Concessions.
Sessions available.
Yeah.
I kind of like it how it is, because if you say kids entertainment and music, they'll think it's kids' music.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
it's music and kids entertainment.
Right,
Yeah.
I like that.
Verbiage that way.
We're not gonna, I guess you can't really say anything about like the dance company stuff that.
No,
No.
I think it's too
no,
much.
that's part of the free family.
yeah,
event
that's,
And part of the entertainment, the
Yeah.
music and entertainment.
I'm trying to keep it generic also because I plan on using these for many years. And if
Yeah.
we don't have
Okay.
dance or karate next year, then I'm out there with a
Oh, yeah.
Sharpie and,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, and that's,
Yeah, this is.
And the same thing with the petting zoo and the horse drawn.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that could change.
Mhm.
And you don't want to put too much stuff on these where people are driving by at 60. they're
Yeah, it's
not
too
gonna
much to
it
read.
anyway, so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's go to, everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Good, all right, Mike, 2 it
Third
is.
Weekend in June is good.
Are we still on this? I
Oh.
was looking at the drawing.
The map, yeah.
How are we going to get from the stage setup area through the trees to the stage? Is part of
That's
that
pretty
fence?
open. That back.
There's a fence.
Not really that wraps around. There's a little bit of that, if I say, correct me if I'm misspeaking, but a little bit of that rail fence to the edge there.
To the
On
corner.
here, but there's a lot of space just to walk around here.
Yeah.
You're not closed in by any means.
Yeah.
No, but I'm thinking of going from the stage setup area across to the stage.
Well, that's what I mean. There's easy walking right.
You can go right through
You
there.
could go right through.
I know there's one area in the middle,
Yeah.
that's closer down to
That's
the-
right up here where they have that.
where they
little
drove through.
Fence, right, but on that back corner.
Well, it's on the, would be north side, that's a solid fence
Yeah,
going all the way across. There's only a one section. On would be the east side. You know, there's a section of fence and then another
Yeah.
section of fence, but there's plenty of room to
Plenty of
walk
room
through
to
there.
walk through there.
And that's more for like the dance people, like set up their area, the taekwondo,
mhm.
you know. People visiting aren't gonna be going there, it's the performers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
can
good that they're
sneak-
kind of,
Sneak right around onto the stage easily.
yeah, so you're gonna be pushing people over there, then, Marlene.
Right, what we should do too, though, is get this drawing here to the people who are coming in to set up. So when they come into the parking lot, they know this is the area they're going to. Maybe we could, get this emailed to the different groups who are coming.
Yeah,
And have extra copies of it, just hand it out when they get there.
yeah, and I haven't heard
As they
back
come
from,
down, you'll see them as they come to the lower parking lot, won't you?
Well, yeah, you will, but still,
Here's-
if they have that, and if you can email it to them, then the chief in charge of each group, oh, okay, that's where we're going, guys, you gotta go over that way.
Mhm,
Cause there's always somebody who comes later.
Yeah, yeah.
If that wouldn't take much, you gotta have the contact information. Just take this, scan it and send it to them.
I mean, it's not a very big area. You're gonna be able to see once you get there, like where stuff
Unless they
is.
come down in here,
Well,
and
but
then they gotta go, otherwise they can come into the parking lot and go straight across. I've done this
Go pee-pee.
before.
yeah, no, I'm just saying, I mean,
Yeah, it's probably, what, 50 yards at the most from corner to corner when they come in here to where they're over here,
Yeah.
so it's pretty.
But
close.
if somebody is later,
Yeah.
at least the group leader can tell everybody at a meeting beforehand. Here's a drawing, here's where you're going.
yeah, no, it's a good idea. Definitely a good idea.
Cause you know, even if I tell people to come down. I'm not gonna be there, I'm gonna be in the beer tent,
That's
and
right,
then people will come in and go, where do we go?
yeah, that's.
yeah.
And then they'll be stopping by Paul and Colleen and
Yeah,
saying.
and I'll say, find Marlene.
That's happened before, too.
They were tall.
Yeah.
Oh, should everybody that's working the thing have a shirt or some
We have
kind
park
of
shirts, we
common?
have park shirts.
I don't have a park
The
shirt.
green.
You don't have a Lisbon shirt?
No,
Well, we need to get on
I
that.
got jet.
Well, that's because she was a board member, and then she became a park member. And then she was supposed to be in charge of that, getting her own shirt, but she didn't know that.
She didn't know.
Nobody told me.
Nobody told Chuck.
We'll have to get you.
Okay,
Yes.
so does everybody have a shirt?
Yeah.
Everybody's got them, okay. Yeah, it's just nice if we all like look sort of, you know,
And we do have lanyards too.
yeah, I'm gonna make new ones. I'm gonna make them with the green and the village logo. and
Would you
stuff.
want the ones that we have?
Sure,
red?
well, I could just make the same size thing and just
Yeah.
slip them in, yeah. Cause I have mine, yeah.
Because I have Brad's lanyard and I might have. A bunch of other older ones that were there that were given to me.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
sounds good.
Did Kathy ever hear anything back? Isn't it the fire department talking about maybe doing a helicopter?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Fight for Life, I don't know.
Yeah.
And K9 or
Did you hear anything
something.
about that? The Fight for Life?
And the fire,
And the fire hose.
fire hose.
I saw the canine.
I saw K9 on the list.
Sheriff Department K9 or maybe that's Captain Dennis I saw, wait a minute. We'll come with a tanker and see if they can bring the mini demo house for children to put out fires. So that's on there. It's not, we'll just put a question mark by there and end.
I have not heard confirmation on that yet,
You do not?
no.
Okay.
The model airplane club. They're not coming back this year? remember they used to set up, they used to, up where the ball field is. And they used to run those airplanes and they had those model jets and stuff that would take off.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was very popular.
I haven't heard anything about it.
No,
I just thought about it now, but in the past, they were out of Sussex, the Flying Circle or something like that they would call.
Were they the ones that were at the extravaganza?
Yeah.
Because there was a,
it's gotta be something down below in there.
You remember those, Mike?
I don't know which one it is. We were using
the
them all.
First year,
all day.
first-
We had them.
and they had
you know, I would check
old-timers
the
up.
connections. There'll be, there's a connection that's not
Yeah.
great.
Do
I
you
think-
want me to call Circle Masters and see if they would like to come? Or
I just-
should you ask Claire with Kathy first?
What's Circle
What?
Masters?
Would there be any situation with those
That's
things
about-
buzzing around
that's
with the
about
horses or any of the
everything.
It
animals?
may be, it was just spur of the moment, what I just thought, well, I remember that, it just popped into my
Is that
mind,
gonna
and I
set the
wondered if
things?
anybody
They would
else
Oh,
thought
that's down, yeah.
Yeah,
other
but
ones.
They-
They do, and the horses, they may not like that.
they did
Yeah.
not like it,
Yeah.
and
But
plus
they
they,
could go down below. Where we had, when you come through where we used to go in for the historical thing,
yeah.
they could be down on
Way
that
in
side.
that back.
And what would they be doing? Just like,
Flying their airplanes
it's
and,
so interested people would walk over there and.
Yeah,
oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it was quite popular.
very
Because we do
popular.
our extravaganza every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The,
I got the plane. I still have it in the phone.
the only question about if they did it down, like you're kind of talking where the car show used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the open.
Or it
space.
might even
Life
even
is
could be
supposed-
Well,
further
that's the
west.
thing, if Flight for Life come and lands, it's-
Okay,
whatever table or whatever they got set up is gonna be gone.
they could be to the west further where we had all the, do you remember where General Lee Grant was set up? To the
Way.
west end,
Yeah,
that's a good area.
But they park over there.
yeah,
We use that for parking.
parking, they need it for parking.
You park on this side, you don't park on the other,
You park on the west side,
yeah, but,
coming down the hill, it's like
Yeah.
straight in, they park it all in there.
Yeah,
but do they?
And you
park
got too many
closer?
trees between the
Okay,
parking lot and the bug
Yeah.
line, there's.
okay, that's true, there's.
yeah,
trees back
that's
there.
full of cars.
Should we find out from Kathy if Light for Life is coming? If not, then we could address that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
So it's getting kind of late to throw it.
I was gonna say maybe we shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and again, like, I apologize, it just.
no, it's a good
Not
thought
that I-
because,
Maybe for next year.
Yeah, for next year we could,
Next year,
yeah, make it a thing.
because it was popular, that's for sure.
yeah. Well, why don't, all I can do is say Light for Life is not coming or is coming. And I can make a call and if they say, sure, we'd love to come or no.
Yeah.
It's a phone call,
Cause they had to do a setup, they put barrels and they taped the area off,
yeah,
so you wouldn't have anybody wandering in where their planes were flying,
Yeah.
buzzing in and out. So it required, and it even came out, I think, a day or two in advance
yeah,
to put the barrels and tape it all off,
that'd be something you can ask.
yeah,
If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it's good, because that was popular.
yeah.
A lot of people came up there and were watching them. Okay.
All right, well, yeah, maybe we'll just not do that this year and
Yeah.
put thought into it, do
For
it
next
properly for
year,
next
yes,
year, yeah.
yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, so everybody is good with the map?
Yeah.
Okay. What time is it? Oh my gosh. this is-
Yeah.
Who else is gonna be working the beer tent? Because it has to be someone who's on payroll.
Me,
I'm on payroll.
I'm gonna be there the whole time.
And I'm on payroll.
And-
Yeah.
And
I will be.
yeah, Tracy is gonna be.
You will be. Okay,
Well, and Emma's interviewing for a new job, so she might just like be available that weekend.
She helped last year, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
she is on payroll.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it'll work out, and she'll be between jobs.
There should be enough. And I don't think we all have to be on payroll as long as one person is.
No. Everyone selling
Definitely.
has to be on payroll. It has to be municipal employees. Otherwise, we have to go through the whole licensing thing.
Oh,
No, okay,
And let's avoid that.
no.
yeah, let's.
Not that we can't do it that way. We're just cutting it really close timeline
Well,
wise.
we're covered. We've got plenty of
Yeah.
coverage. We're good.
So how many more people do we actually need? We need 2 more for Bounce House.
2 more for Bounce House, and we need. We thought that Kathy would need help with the dance thing, so I would say maybe 1 or 2 there. Marlene is going to check with the Optimist Club to see if she
Yep.
can get some optimists for that.
Okay.
So we have a possible 2 already, so we need basically 2 more.
Okay, so we need a total of 4 people.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And the more the better, because like I said, one person can kind of
Mhm.
Yeah, so,
wander. and
Yeah.
Relieve somebody. for-
I just want to make sure we're as close to being covered as possible.
Mhm.
Yes.
I may or may not be able to come. I haven't been able to make it as long as I've been here. Because I've
Did
always
Rachel-
had something
Rachel
else
Campbell-
going on that weekend,
yeah, I get it.
so,
It's
Um,
been years.
Yeah.
but the reason I'm asking is because my daughter and I are both licensed bartenders,
Oh,
so.
okay,
Well, if you can make,
yeah,
I just need to know if she needs to take off work.
I mean, well,
Well, no, she's not an employee.
oh.
She was an employee at Brookfield because she
But
ran
even if she's a
elections.
licensed bartender?
Yeah, because she's not a municipal employee,
Oh. All right,
because we're not going the license route, we're going the
Okay, okay.
municipal route.
Mhm.
well, okay.
Well, if worst comes to worst, throw Mike in there.
You sure you want to put Mike in a beer tent?
Two if they get out of hand.
That's right.
There you go. Yes. Get you one of those security shirts.
Perfect. Do it.
I love
Get him the
it.
brass knuckles will be all set. Okay,
Perfect.
okay, I think, does anybody have anything else that comes to mind that we have not? Not about? So we have 1 more meeting before this, right?
couple of
Yes, on the,
Before. So
uh,
I'm gonna, I jotted down the questions. I'm gonna send all the questions to Kathy and ask her to answer in the email so everybody can see the answers. Yes. Then that'll take care of the questions we had. And today.
Yep.
And then, we'll just make some quick updates to this, send, Elisa, and then send this back out for everybody with
Yep.
just kind of the changes that we made. And then I think we should be in pretty good shape for it.
perfect.
Good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you and I can powwow.
Yes.
So we'll make sure we have the right people listed in the right spots.
Yep. Yes.
5-year plan going on the table again.
Yeah. unfortunately, it does.
I did include a red line version from the last time we updated it. So that's what you guys have. It's just a red line version,
Yeah,
but I'm not aware of any other changes that have been made since then.
I don't think we've made any,
Okay,
but I think we have a better plan now that we've kind of made the recommendation to the board about the ballpark and community park. Now we can kind of like reevaluate. I think we can kind of blast through it
Okay.
a little bit quicker, hopefully. But I do agree, Paul, we should definitely consider the green space issue when we're working on that, yeah.
And we're out of time now
Yeah.
for the discussion of the 5-year plan, but I just wanted to add a comment that with the development of the baseball diamond, if that moves, does that supersede the wash house that we're thinking about putting in? Because they're both gonna be big ticket items for Lisbon Park. That they do the ball diamond, the bathrooms get pushed way out, or vice versa.
You know, Brighton she was talking about it. Anybody talked to Anna Grayton? They were still interested in donating
know.
money for bathrooms for up there.
But that's a big dollar.
Yeah.
Talking to like Doug, 'cause I know he helps out with the golf outing and whatnot. I believe that's kind of like a sinking fund they
Yeah.
have where they're just raising money
Mm.
to put
Okay.
somewhere towards the park, but I don't know how far the bathrooms are even on the radar. You know, right at this point, I would say
Yeah.
no heavy discussions that I'm aware of.
I don't know who would be reaching out to Anna.
I see her a lot.
Yeah, well, start the conversation. see what
I did, that's why I mentioned it. Because the last time I saw her, she said, are they doing anything about so bathroom, but they're,
Well, it would be helpful if we had a little bit more to go on, because if, you know, if she said X number of dollars, we, you know, that would play into the decision of that thing, so, yes.
But if she raises money as a fundraiser, she never really knows.
I don't know how much they have in there.
To make a commitment.
Yeah, I think before we really, you know, we need to know like what way we're going. Are we gonna do actual bathrooms, or, you know, like we have those things that you put in the ground? There's a couple of different options to put bathrooms up there, so we need to figure out what each thing would cost and kind of,
She had the
Work
thing
backwards
where
a
it
bit.
was, we still had to pump it, and then Mike said, well, if we still have to pump it. But if you put in a septic field. See, and that, looked into,
Field is gonna be is where the
oh,
baseball
that's,
diamond is.
well. That's the thing is, you know.
And there still may be room. Because with the bathrooms, it's not like a house where you're having showers and
Yeah,
everything else, so you're really not gonna have a lot of water going through this. I don't feel that you're gonna need a huge
And you
septic
could
field
run
there.
it down. both right out or something.
Would they have to do a regular septic or would it have to be a mound?
I mean, you'd have to have it perked out, but I would assume, cause like I have a regular septic at the maintenance building. So I'm assuming it's pretty similar.
That's all
I just
gravel.
didn't know
Pretty
how
similar,
stuff goes
yeah.
out. Now they just make everybody do mound systems now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
I know we were talking about putting money aside to run some, septic tests. For up on top, was anything ever done with that?
I haven't heard if any money
Okay.
was budgeted for having perk tests done.
you know, none of this is on the agenda, and we're still right to the meeting, so we gotta stop, okay?
Oh, we gotta stop.
Yeah, okay, so would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Okay,
I'll second it.
okay, all in favor?
I
Opposed? Okay, we're out at.
I got 6:03.
Okay, good.
just have to say this.
Hang on.
It's very beautiful. We put this together.